you see that a lot of times in professional sports where one guy just gets hot and his teammates in most sports just rally around that. Like if your backup guard or your fullback, your receiver, whoever it is having a great game, and it's obvious to everyone on the field because that happens a lot. It seems like everyone on that team is like, you know what? Let him go do his thing. Let the big dog eat. And we're sort of seeing that here with this Halo 3 where a guy gets hot. I'm sure he tells his teammates, "I've got it, guys," and then it happens.
All right, well, here we go with Game 4. It's Team Oddball on Guardian. We're kicking it off with Neighbor, and I put him up here for a reason, Sundance. Neighbor is the one player who is most affected mentally being down in a series. He's probably got the weakest head game, which he will always admit to you. That is his weakness in the game, his strength, sniping, and his accuracy. And if he can get his head back in this game, it is going to be a swing of momentum for Str8 Rippin, as you see Neighbor going off to start this one.
Well, he's got to be feeling pretty good about how he's playing right now. Again, it's early. Ball time, 6 seconds is nothing. It's about doing the right thing for your team, getting yourself in a position to win, and so far he's doing everything he needs to, letting his shields recharge, being a smart player.
Now, I love this. He knew 3 were dead, wasn't afraid to charge top middle, and now he's got to jump on the oddball. The grenade bouncing a little bit weird off that dead body, but he's going to move in, and it looks like Str8 Rippin has the perfect setup. You got Legit watching your back, T-Squared's watching your camo, and Elmite Warrior, he's top green, so he's going to watch the entire top middle.
Ooh, Ghost Army sneaking in there, getting the beat down on Legit.
Neighbor's making a statement right here, though.
Yeah, he has the Mauler, so he has the strongest up-close weapon, so you'll see him
Oh, he just gets taken out up close by Ghost Army.
So we're hopping on board with Ghost, who now has that Mauler.
One shot blue.
Going back to Ghost Army now, and he is finally taken down. Meanwhile, though, Karma is trying to keep his eye on the oddball and get it away from the Str8 Rippin team, who is quickly charging him. Now here he gets hit by the grenade, goes over the warp anyway because he knew his teammates were spawning on that side of the map.
Wow.
Very smart play by Karma. Selfless, but the ball, unfortunately, goes off the map anyway.
I'll tell you what, though, that was impressive because I thought he was going to play ball there. I thought he was going to let them take him out, but he was able to go across. Eventually, ball goes off the map, play ball. And again, for those who don't know, play ball is when the ball is thrown off the map, it resets in its initial spawn point, and both teams then make a rush for it. If you're a smart player, you got a few shots on you, you're not set up where your teammates can help you out, where the other team's going to take the ball over, potentially in a position of power, stand on that ledge, and when you die, you will drop the ball into the abyss, and it will respawn.
Now, that's exactly what Neighbor just did there. The 3 teammates were dead. He came in, pulled a clutch move, killed the ball carrier, tossed the ball, putting it back in the center of the map where it's going to be extremely difficult for Carbon to charge back out there and grab it.
We're going to continue our major sports analogies. That's like when your goalie covers the puck, resets for a face-off.
Absolutely. Or, it's like just you want to get out of bounds, you want to stop the clock.
And check this out, as Neighbor with no shields picks up the double kill, almost picked up a triple there. And now that's going to allow Elmite Warrior to move in on this ball. As I say that, he's taken down, so we're hopping over to Legit, who's right now basically baiting the oddball. He didn't drop down on it immediately. Instead, he looks around for the surroundings, stops Gandhi's killing spree. He saw Gandhi was heating up. As soon as you shut that down, that's a momentum change. So Legit trying to stay alive. He's got no shield, trying to do as much damage as he possibly can, though, while distracting Carbon. He's hoping his teammates can set up here to get around him, but it seems that the rest of Carbon is just shutting down Elmite, T-Squared, and Neighbor right now.
I was just going to say the same thing. I want to hear more from T-Squared because Neighbor's doing a lot of damage, but the rest of his teammates, they're not stepping up. He seems to be ready. His teammates, they're still trying to get there.
And the other thing with Legit is, I say this, is that ball was down there and he was baiting it. Now remember, you pick up the ball, you can't shoot your weapon. Now, that's Legit, a guy who gets hot in a hurry, a guy who can do a lot of damage. Maybe in his mind he's saying, I'm going to do more good for my team right now by using this sniper rifle.
And did you check out that shot on Gandhi? Predicted his movement, picks up the kill on Shockwave. Now going over the whip, there's Karma, who had the first shot. Legit, play ball. Oh, no, he doesn't. Wasn't able to do it. He was picked off from the middle. There's the shot at Karma. He's trying to stay alive on the snipe tower. Karma's taken down, so we're going to Gandhi. And it is a mess over here at the snipe tower.
Shockwave just picked up a double kill there. See it on screen. T-Squared finally takes out Shockwave.
And the player to watch right now, though, is Elmite Warrior. He just picked up the only power-up on the map. It's the camo, which makes him invisible nearly to all other players unless he shoots, throws the grenades, or throws a punch. And and he was able to sneak up there on Shockwave, but Ghost Yami charging out to finish the kill. I like that play from Ghost.
I'm really noticing a different Ghost so far this tournament, Puckett. It's like it's the Ghost of old. I mean, wouldn't you agree that he's definitely stepped up to this point?
Absolutely, and honestly, I think it was all the negativity from the community members and everyone telling him he can't cut it anymore.
Well, that's interesting. A lot of people in that same situation would crumble. You know, they would fall. They wouldn't have the fortitude to actually fight back and say, you know what, you're wrong. So you got to respect him for that, man.
There are Major League Baseball players that can't take a bad headline in their local newspaper, let alone, actually an entire forum of people jumping on their backs. But here you have players who are actually inspired and motivated by the community of fans.
Check that out. He drops the ball, picking up the double kill killing spree, transfers the ball over across court to the rest of his teammates who are set up here on blue, and he's got Karma, Gandhi, and Shockwave all protecting him right now. 4 alive for Carbon, and Str8 Rippin is just being double-teamed and overwhelmed right now.
Great setup. Now, Aaron, you might have noticed that he was dropping the ball and picking it up as he moved over there. You might say, well, why would you do that? The reality is that when you have the ball, you run slower. You're at a slower pace, so you drop the ball, you cycle it so that you're able to move more quickly. It's like dribbling. It allows you to get to a spot a little bit quicker.
And it also lets you utilize your weapons in a split second. You can throw a grenade, get a couple of shots off, and the ball's still within your periphery there.
Yep.
Absolutely. So Ghost making a smart play here. He's ready to play ball, ready to jump off the map. He can go over a lift to snipe tower. He can move towards his team at yellow. He's in a great position.
Ghost is just really showing us a lot right now. I'm impressed. I got to tell you, I like this. I like to see this out of him. What I'd really like to see is I'd like to see not all 4 dead for Str8 Rippin.
Well, that's going to be hard because right now you have Gandhi and Karma tearing things up. Let's hop on board right now with Gandhi. Gandhi just coming off a big double kill that sprung that 4 dead. Now, Gandhi was just top yellow half a second ago and at camo about 20 seconds ago. So he's doing a great job of just moving around this map, not allowing Str8 Rippin to figure out where he is.
Karma's camouflage, and he's got the plasma rifle, the sniper rifle. He's doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, we're hopping on board now with Karma. He's got the carbine out here. That's the alien version of the battle rifle. It shoots much faster but does less damage than the battle rifle.
Is that considered a power weapon on this map?
It's about equal. Some players prefer the battle rifle. That's the weapon we start with. And some players prefer the carbine because they can shoot it much faster. And if 7 shots to the head, they'll take a player down.
Essentially what it is, Aaron, is imagine you're walking around with 2 battle rifles. On this map, if you're able to pick it up, it's not like the sniper rifle or rockets, but what it gives you is, say you're out of shots with your BR, you flip to the carbine, you're doing a lot of damage quickly.
Gotcha. Well, Gandhi just sprung a double kill, sticking a player blindly, and Karma came in to clean it up, but he was taken down by Elamite. And it looks like all of Carmen's kind of freaking out right now. We have Ghostyami pushing in a little too aggressively, for my opinion, but he was able to stop the ball carrier from Str8.
But you know what? That's the Carbon of old, Puckett. They didn't worry about setups. They didn't worry about who was where. They just went and they would rush. It was a mad energy, and the only way you could beat it was just to be able to overcome, the skill. And so seeing that is reminiscent of the 2006 Carbon.
Absolutely, and that's what Gandhi was telling me at the end of the last season. Gandhi and Shockwave, I sat down with them, and they were telling me why they were failing in the Halo 2 in some of their matches. They're saying they tried to become like Final Boss. They tried to do all the setups, and that is just not the